Hey, hello guys, so welcome back to a new video. Today I will be playing different budget decks. This time specifically for plants, and I'll make a part 2 which is specifically for zombies. So okay, let's go over the plant decks first. Budget tempo. This deck's fun, this deck's good. This is probably the best budget deck. Probably. And lastly, budget aggro with Captain Combustible. This deck is maybe worse, but the thing is if you max out this deck, it's better than Solar Flare aggro. Like the maxed out version of this deck is better. The budget version is debatably worse. It depends on the decks you're going against. And yeah. But anyways. So that's that. I'm not going to be playing on ranked because as of now, the season just reset pretty recently. So I'm going to be going against Ultimate League players with budget decks, and you can't win against Ultimate League players with budget decks. It's not that easy. I'll try one match. We'll see how it goes. If I get absolutely swept, then I'll switch to casual mode because in case it's a budget deck, you know, and budget decks are good against other budget decks, right? And especially for you guys that are newer players, I want you guys to get a good example of how to play against other people with budget decks themselves. I don't want to show you guys, oh, this deck sucks because it can't beat, you know, players who have like all legendaries and stuff, right? Because these decks, they're not... Okay, this guy's lower ranked, so actually, that's interesting. We might be able to show how this budget deck goes now, because this guy's probably also a budget player. Okay. Interesting hand, we'll take it. It's a weird one. But it's not a bad one. Okay, so we'll go with that. And basically, it's aggro. You're just trying to kill your opponent as quickly as possible. And this version, well, how is it better than Solar Flare aggro? Just because Captain Combustible's superpowers are so good. Like it's just single-handedly makes him a better, like it's just he's one of the few characters where superpowers actually change the way you can play the game. It's sort of lame. Superpowers are like they're like the unique combinations for each hero. They're supposed to make them unique. They really don't, because they don't matter that much. Generally, they're not strong enough. Except for Captain Combustible. Captain Combustible and, well, Huge Giganticus are the two exceptions. They choose Huge Giganticus you can only get from buying from packs, and it's a random chance, and he hasn't been in the store for a really long time. And you might be wondering, why did I play the Blooming Heart on Hike? That seemed like a dumb play. You guys might be. It's like, oh, he could have blocked the Wild Berry. Here's the thing. One of his powers is Acid Rain, and it obviously would kill Wild Berry, and I don't want it to also nerf the Blooming Heart, so I'm just playing around that. But now that I know he might not have it, he doesn't, I don't know, he would have played it last turn probably. He might block and get it now, but at least knowing that he doesn't have it right now makes it a bit safer to play more cards. Alright, cool. And also, we can get him to use his power now, that means he can't use it later. Okay, but this guy's clearly a budget player. We're already kicking his butt here. Yeah. This match is extremely far in our favor. Which one will he bounce here? Blooming Heart. That's the worst case scenario, but it's still fine. He actually would... No, bouncing Wild Berry would have been okay. Oh my gosh, this is so strong. Guys, Click Piece are so good. 2 cost 3/3 is crazy. Also, Clay Piece can get expensive over time, so it can give you a nice, strong, like, turn 5 play if you need one. Like, if you need an expensive play, if you get enough Clay Piece, and they can, you know, start racking up and whatever. Anyways, but this is just such... And you might be wondering, well, why am I not answering this? Well, that's because, again, like I said, Captain Combustible has the best powers in the game, single-handedly. Oh. Well, okay, you rolled 2 and 3. But it's because if I ever block, which it's actually not blocking right now, but once I do, I'll get a superpower. It's just like he's not dealing enough damage for me to worry. So it's just like why not take advantage and get a free superpower. Also, another Clippy here is gonna buff this one. This is gonna die, and he might lose this turn. He needs to roll a 3. And even if he rolls a 3, I can roll a 3 and get time to shine in one. Blocks. What do you get? He already used bounce and freeze, so it's either acid rain or the buff, like the banner. Okay, he got the banner. Cool. Do we block? No, we don't. Okay. That's fine, though. Berry Blast? No Berry Blast either. Damn. Okay. Well, we don't need much to win here. We just need a little bit... Just a very slight amount of luck here, and we're fine. Yeah, our opponent is generally just a really bad position right now. He probably will lose here. We'll see. Boom. If I get time to shine here, the game's over. Okay, it's over. Because time to shine and the Blooming Heart's effect when it says damage gets +1 attack, so now it deals 3 damage and kills him. That's good. Or I could have done with the clay piece as well. Yeah, the clay piece will also try to finish him off, but you know, I want to do it a little bit faster, so I want to do him in one. Alright, that's cool. Now we'll get to budget aggro. Actually, that went pretty well. That was against the other budget player. So now you see how it does good against, against budget deck. But budget Solar Flare aggro is probably the main one that can deal with like super top-notch decks decently well. Not amazing, but like he can somewhat compete. And it's taking well again match, which is a little bit interesting. That's weird, but okay. Hello? There you go. Okay, another budget-looking player. I mean, he could be paid to win and just not have played in a really long time, or he's really bad. If he's really bad, they will probably win. Okay, well, we got a really good we got a really good hand here. Haunted Pumpkin's probably gonna annihilate him. Yep, okay. Believe it or not, you actually want to answer this. Reason being, your opponent can actually outpace you in aggro if they start getting a bunch of stats from the headstone card. So just eliminate that threat. And it's like, oh, but you're aggro. You're supposed to be trying to kill him as quickly as possible. You also want, you gotta kill your opponent before they kill you. And you see how like, because I have a 4/1 on the field, then I can place down another card, and then he can't deal with 2 cards at once. He's got to deal with 1 card per turn, and then now I'll do this, and then he can't deal with this one. Well, actually, we'll see. Maybe he'll be able to answer both of them. Okay. Boom. Okay, he's just taking a ton of damage here, and that's because I answered a headstone card around turn 1. If I hadn't, his pirates would have had his swashbuckler, would have started buffing everything. He would have had flame face. His cards would have just gotten way too strong. Okay, this is like a Neptuna Greystone deck, which actually is a decent budget deck, but there's I think there's a better way to do it with Super Brains. Spoiler for, well, I guess it's, yeah, spoiler for next budget deck video. But yeah, okay. We're doing good, and we got our strike through here, which is nice. Dude, he has mixed up Gravedigger. He's just so desperate right now. He just straight up used that. Okay, boo. Yeah, no, he's not in good shape. Boom. And guess what? His signature can't block this because it's a 3 damage. Yep. Doesn't work. I was exactly playing around that. And now Berry Blast 2 Face will win here. Actually, I had 2 Berry Blasts, so even if I actually could have played nothing and I still would have probably win. Ah, okay. Yeah, no, this game's over. There's nothing to be done here. Dude, he got 2 mixed up Gravediggers. I don't know if mixed up Gravediggers is one of the best cards in the game. It's a legendary. And he was playing a really good pirate Gravestone pirate, weird thing. But he was playing a solid deck. He was playing a decent deck. Maybe he got a little bit unlucky, but just Headstone Carver on turn 1 gets so hard punished by Haunted Pumpkin, it's crazy. It's a broken card. It's straight up 3 costs worth of stats on turn 1. No, not even fair. It hard counters Con Man as well. So, anyways. Yeah. Alright, now we'll go to Green Shadow. And again, guys, all the deck lists are at the beginning of the video. Yeah. I might go over them a little bit more at the end. So you guys can have a recap of like what the decks look like. But we'll see. Okay. I don't have any good turn 1 play, so is going face the right play? Turn 1? Look, if he shouldn't play something in the middle lane. That'd be dumb if he plays something in the middle lane. That's just stupid, but oh well. Okay, we'll pass. We'll pass. I don't think it's worth to play anything right now. And we'll probably go Black IP turn 2. Yeah, Black IP turn 2 because then he can't play any trick. Or Sweet Pea if he plays Toxic Waste Time, probably Sweet Pea then. Maybe. Ah man, it's hard to decide what the plays are. Okay, draws 2 cards. Okay, cool. Yeah, this could be some imp deck. People play imps with super brains like teleport imps, tele imps, or tel imps, whatever it's called. So we could be going against like, you know, a more like pay to win deck. Even though you don't necessarily have to pay, it's just that it's very hard to progress that far in the game. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking it might be a teleportation zombie, and it was. There's a fun play here we can actually. Yeah, no, there's a really cool play you can do right here with Sweet Pea and this. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, this is really fun. Look at this. Look at this combo, and then we just destroy his teleportation zombie, so now he doesn't have that stupid annoying card. That's really strong. Yeah. And then he probably passed because he can't either. He doesn't have a good trick, or like the Black IP is too strong. Like it just punished him too hard. 1 and 2. Well, I already like how I'm doing here. This is already probably gonna be GG's. I know. It seems like I'm calling it really prematurely, but like this position is terrible for the opponent. Okay, I'm gonna buff this. And obviously, if he has, you know, he can't even afford Rocket Sense. Never mind. Never mind, he can't even afford that. I was gonna say Rocket Sense might be an issue, but no. It costs 3 brains, not 2. Alright. Actually, wait, no, it's a bad play, because chances are the 3-drop he gets here actually has less than 5 health. Like, statistically speaking. Each more draws? Wow, okay, we get some card draw, that's nice. But the issue is, I'm too far ahead. I can't play anything, because I'm too far ahead. I know it sounds like I'm right. I'm just straight up too far ahead here. I can't play. I had to pass. Suffering from success. Oh, okay. That's not very kind of him. Pop. Boom. 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 Okay, this card is gonna start growing, and I'm like, how do I answer that for this? I could just bounce it. To just get rid of it for a turn. So I don't have to deal with it for now. Could bounce that one. There are a few cards you can do. Alright, okay. I think this is the best way to get things going is like this. Because I don't want him getting anything good from Transformation Station. Boom. Okay. Alright, cool, that's dead. Pop. Okay, I really like the position I have now. I think this position is really good for us. We might just go 3 for 3 in playing ranked. And look, this is only a guy who was past. Was it like a past Ultimate League player, but I think it'd be pretty damn good. For like performing so well against these guys. Okay, so what's the play here? There are a few ways to continue. Yeah, there's some interesting ways they can continue. I'd like bounce something. Man, it's hard to say. This is not an easy position. Let's see here. Okay, so what's the matter with this? Alright guys, I'm gonna have to go for a little bit. Let me pause here. Hey guys, so I'm back, and well, nothing much happened. We dealt a bit of damage. He actually got pretty unlucky on the block meter, and now we just have guaranteed GG, so we'll just pass here. And there's nothing we can do. We don't need to play anything. The fate of this game is already set. So he might just stall here and be annoying. But I don't know. There you guys go. Budget Tempo beating a stupid pay-to-win guy. Okay, we'll freeze you. Just have some fun here. I draw cards. I take a little bit of damage here. It's just going to drag out the game a bit longer. That's fine. Boom and boom. And even if, let's say, even if he blocked the jumping beam, I could play the radish, rescue radish, and then you'd use my jumping beam again and reactivate the bounce effect. I could have bounced my guy to bounce their guy, and I would have won. So that's actually guaranteed GG's regardless of what the Plank Walker did. Like literally anything he gets from Plank Walker, he still loses. So that's sort of cool. I guarantee lethal from that. Anyways, didn't matter what and where he got stuff. So anyways, there you guys go. All the decks perform really well. So hopefully that will convince you guys that, you know, these budget decks are good. And if you're a beginner player or you unlocked a new hero like Captain Combustible, you just unlocked one, then I say give one of these decks a go and, you know, try your new hero. Understand him a bit better. To be fair, I did not really get to use Captain Combustible's powers that well, but just keep in mind, these powers are busted because you can just buff up your guy with Blazing Bark and Embiggen, and then use Time to Shine and just activate the the attack boost you use literally instantly for one sun doing bonus attack. That's crazy because look at it. For 4 costs, you get to do a bonus attack and give a plant +1/+1. So you can imagine how strong Time to Shine is when it's a secondary ability that does nearly the same thing as Plant Food, except doesn't give a buff. So yeah, but Plant Food's absolutely busted power, and it's just there's some nice, fun repeat moss combos you can do with Blazing Bark and Blazing Bark and Biggin is a 14 damage combo. Blazing Bark Time to Shine is 16, and Biggin Time to Shine is a nice 12, and Blazing Bark Meteor Strike is also 12. So you can do some brutal combos that like literally on turn 6 that surpass but reach double digits. So yeah, that's what makes this deck really strong, is that you have superpowers and you can just kill your opponent just instantly, like 9-10 damage on the spot, like on demand. You can just take half of your opponent's health. But okay, so that's how Captain Combustible aggro works. Now I'll go over a little bit more budget Solar Flare aggro. So yeah, you guys can leave now if you want. I'm just gonna go over a little bit more of how these decks work. For those of you guys who if you're making this deck, you have an idea how to play it. So Solar Flare aggro. With aggro decks, the general rule is you want to get a 1-drops in your hand. So one cost guys in your hand, and then afterward 2-drops, and sometimes 3-drops. It's fine. Because it's an aggro deck, you're trying to win as quickly as possible. If you're trying to win as quickly as possible, you need to have something you can play on turn 1 and something to play on turn 2. You need to have something to play each turn. And so the reason you want early cards is because the later on the game goes, you draw more cards. So for example, if you don't get a turn 1 play at the beginning of the game, you're not going to get a turn 1 play for turn 1 ever. You just miss turn 1. But if you get a nice turn 1 play and a turn 2 play, then you have 2 turns to draw a turn 3 play. And if you have a play for turn 1, turn 2, and turn 3, then you have 3 turns to draw a turn 4 play, and so on. You never have to worry that much because you're gonna draw cards, and it gets very, very likely that you're gonna have something to play on each turn. And if you don't get exactly something that costs 3, you can combine a 2-drop and a 1-drop, or Berry Blast something annoying and then put out Blossom Heart. And this card, it's just a decent aggro card. It's just 3 damage, strike through, 5 health. It's hard to kill. It does decent strike through damage, and it's harder to remove. And Bloomerang is a lot of the same. It's just a cheaper version of this. It's just like it's 4 sun and it's 3 health. It's a bit easier to kill, but it does more damage and it's cheap. Well, no, same damage, but it's cheaper. And then Elderberry. When you place this on top of a plant, it gets 5 attack. So a really strong combo you can do is Poison Ivy turn 3, deals 5 damage, and then your opponent tries to block it on turn 4. You just do Elderberry, and then you're dealing another 5 damage because of strike through, and you kill the guy that you used to block the Poison Ivy. Extremely strong combo. I recommend you guys do that combo. Yeah, those are our main notes for that. And Tempo. Tempo is probably the hardest one to play, because here's how you play Tempo. Opponent Tempo is that you try to overwhelm your opponents with stats over time, right? That's the point of these decks, of Tempo decks generally. So what you want to do is you want to get rid of your opponent's problematic big stat cards, and place down your own good stat plays. For example, this one's a good stat play because it's a 3 cost 3/4. It's just good stats. It's like typically, what's there? 3 cost 3/3. The vanilla is typically the general stats you'll have for a 3 cost card. 3 cost 3/4. It kills your opponent's 3 health guys, and if your opponent plays their own 3/3, like a Yeti, it kills them and it survives. This is an example of how you want to play Tempo because it has good stats. What it ends up doing is it kills your opponent's guys, it survives on the field, and then you gain an advantage on stats. You have more cards in play, you have stronger field than your opponent, and that advantage you want to carry on throughout the game. And that's why you have cards like Sweet Pea. It moves cards around, it combos extremely well with the Precision Blast. As you guys saw last game against that teleportation zombie, really cool because you can move it into the middle lane. And it moves guys around, it creates good trades, has decent stats. And the main thing is it creates trades where the guys that you want to survive will survive, and it'll get rid of any problematic guys if you need to. Clay Peas just gets really strong stats over time. Bong Choice just a 3/1. The Shellery, you might be curious, why is this here? It's a team up 2/1. So again, the stats are okay. It's that it'll be a team up, so it'll protect your own guys. If you have a stronger guy like the Rescue Radish, this will add a bunch of extra damage and just take a hit. So you'll be able to kill a 5 health guy and keep your 3/4 alive. Black Eyed Pea just gains +1/+1 each time your opponent plays a trick, so it punishes tricks and gets extremely strong. And Growshroom gives another plant +2/+2, so actually if you combine the stats in total, it's 4/3 worth of stats. Typically it doesn't work exactly like that, but it's decent stats, it's a common card, so it's really accessible. And this card gains +2/+2 when on height, so it's a 4 cost 5/4, which the stats are decent. This isn't generally the best card, but in budget decks it's fine. It's gonna be good on budget. And it's very hard to punish if you don't have cards like Rocket Science. And well, Jumping Bean, final card I'm gonna go over. This one, it just bounces a zombie, especially in lower leagues. A lot of opponents are gonna make really big plays. Like you're gonna play some really big guy. You just bounce their guy. You just completely invalidate the move your opponent made. Like whatever they try to place down, it's just gone, and you gain 3/2 in stats. So you gain a little bit of stats and just completely remove whatever your opponent played for a turn. No matter what it is, even if it's untrickable. That's not a trick, it's an effect, right? So this won't be affected by untrickable. Just get rid of something annoying, something big, and just put a little bit of stats. So, and powers, you have a big in like Captain Combustible, but overall, there's nothing good about Green Shell's powers. They're pretty bad. But okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.